Hey guys, it's Evan here, back with another We Speak STEM video. Today we're going to be talking about BEDMAS with integers, which can get complicated, so stick around. It's time for We Speak STEM. Okay, so BEDMAS and integers and putting this all together. Before we even get into integers, you can see I have BEDMAS written out on the whiteboard. So I'm going to go over that. Although I'm assuming most people who are already at the integer stage have already done this with normal positive numbers. So it'll be more of a review, but it can also get a bit tricky because you're combining two different topics. So BEDMAS is an acronym that we use to remember the order of operations. So it starts with B, which stands for brackets, then E, which is exponents, D, which is division, M, which is multiplication, A, which is addition, and which is subtraction. So what does this all mean? If you're solving a problem, brackets, multiple like signs, so addition and subtraction, division and multiplication, and exponents all together. If you have a set of the equation in brackets, like 3 plus 6 or something, if that's in brackets, then you do that first. The next thing you do is you eliminate all the exponents. Okay? The next thing you do is you divide and multiply. You do this in the order of the equation because these are at the same stage. So even if you have like 6 times 3 divided by 4 or something like that, the 3 divided by 4 does not come first. The 6 times 3 comes first. And it does make a difference if you guys didn't know. So these are at the same stage. Same thing with addition and subtraction. That's BEDMAS. You do brackets first, exponents second, division and multiplication third, and addition and subtraction fourth. So let me show you a few questions that involve using integers with the order of operations. Definitely go back to my last video where I talked about working with the longer integer equations. So equations have 3 or 4 different integers in them. If you're not getting this, that will definitely help before you get into this, okay? Because this is like a big step after that. Now, let's try one. So, -5 times -3 minus -7. Oops. Okay. -5 times -3 minus -7. So, because BEDMAS says that multiplication comes before subtraction, we have to do this part first. But if it wasn't, we would still, like if the -7 was over here, we would still have to do this part first. So, -5 times -3. So we know 5 times 3 is 15. And since we have both of these are negative, we're going to end up with a positive number. So we're going to end up with positive 15. Okay. Minus -7. And this is easy to solve. This one was a lot like one of the equations we have done in the last video, except it includes multiplication and subtraction. -15 minus -7, we know, is basically just saying 15 plus 7 from our addition and subtraction video. And now 15 plus 7, 2. Okay? -5 minus 9 times -9. Okay? So -5 minus 9. So we're already in the negatives here. We're at -5 and we're losing an additional 9. So that means we're going to have negative 14. Because we're counting more negative. Times negative 9. Now, some of you might have caught what I did wrong there. I actually did this first. Well, yeah, you saw I did that first. But I was supposed to do this side of the equation first, because it has the multiplication. So if I solve this, which I'm going to just to show you guys what the answer is, just to prove a point that these order of operations do matter. So we'll talk about it after I finish solving both of them. So I'll solve it like this. We'll pretend there were brackets around there, so we would solve this first. Negative 14 times negative 9. So we have to do 14 times 9, which I do not know what that is off the top of my head. I got that the answer is going to be 126. Because both of these are negative. So I'll write 126 in the bottom here. But now let's solve it like we would if there weren't brackets there, and if we used the proper order of operations. Okay. So the first thing we should do, that is a bad 9 there. We should do negative 9 times negative 9. And we have to include this negative sign here. We can't just do 9 times negative 9, because the minus sign here, the subtraction sign, is actually being included in our equation. So it's going to be negative 9 in this part of the equation. So negative 9 times negative 9. We know that 9 times 9 is 81. So negative 9 times negative 9, since they're both negative, is going to make it positive. So we're going to end up with this. Negative 5 plus, because it's positive, plus 81. So yeah, we have to include that now to make the equation work. And that is one of the trickiest things there is. I know that when I was doing integers, I hated this when I had to do this right here with the sign. Okay? You have to include that, or else you're going to get the wrong answer. Okay, like I can, let me finish this equation. So negative 5 plus 81 is going to be 76. Okay. Now, I just want to prove this to you. I'm going to put, what is it? Negative 5 minus 9 times negative 9 into my calculator. Just the way it is, and I'll show you. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's what I put in. And I get 76. Now, some things could have been messed up with the whether it's positive or negative if I didn't include this negative sign here. Also, the other thing I was going to show you, these are different. It does matter the order in which you do the equation. So, unless there are brackets around the addition and subtraction part of the equation, you have to do your multiplication and division first, or else you're going to get the wrong answer. And these are the little things that make order of operations so incredibly annoying and frustrating. And when you're working with integers, it doesn't help. So it definitely takes a lot of practice, which is ironic because I made less practice questions for this for this lesson. So whatever. Let's try another one. Okay. So, let's take a look at this. The first thing I notice is that there are brackets around these two, or parentheses. There are brackets around here, which means we actually have to do this addition part first before the division. Okay? So let's do it. Basically, we're just being asked to do 3 plus negative 5, which we know is basically 3 minus 5. Okay? And 3 minus 5 is going to give us negative 2. So, negative 2 divided by negative 2. Yeah, that's right. So, this is going to give us a different answer, as I'll show you afterwards. But negative 2 divided by negative 2. We know it's 1. It's positive 1 because they're both negative. Okay, that one was pretty easy. But let me show you what would happen if I did the division first. Oh wait, my answer was 1. Okay, what if I did the division first? And if it was written like this, we would have to do the division first. Oh, I did blue first, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to end up with 3 plus negative 5 divided by negative 2. That actually doesn't really work that well. We're going to get 2.5. Half of negative 5 is 2.5, and they're both negatives, so yeah. And this isn't even an integer anymore, because an integer has to be a whole number. So this doesn't even work, but I'll show you. 3 plus 2.5 is going to be 5.5. And there is a difference between 5.5 and 1, believe it or not. So I just realized I wrote 1 in the corner down where my face cam is blocking, so sorry. But yeah. So it definitely matters. There might be a rare occasion where it won't matter. But it usually matters. 7 times negative 4 plus 2. Okay. This is another example of this. We have to do the addition first. So we're going to end up with 7 times negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. 7 times negative 2. 7 times 2 is 14. So negative 1 positive, so it's going to be 14. Okay. That one was not that bad. Let me try another one. Okay. Let's solve this. Negative 4 times negative 4 we're going to do first, because the division has to come afterwards. We have to do multiplication before division, because they're at the same level, and this comes first. So if it was 4 divided by negative 4 times 2, we would do the division first. But multiplication is first in this equation. Okay? Going to end up with positive 16. Because 4 times 4 is 16, and they're both negative. And then we have divided by 2 minus negative 3. Okay? So 16 divided by 2 is 8 minus negative 3, which is another way of writing 8 plus. We learned a few videos ago, and 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay? Practice with the examples page that I made linked in the description below, and the practice questions page also linked in the description below. Now, I know it doesn't seem the most appealing, but if you're struggling, this will definitely help you. And I really encourage you to try it if you think you need it. So, yeah, also, if you want help in all subject areas of STEM that we're offering here at We Speak STEM, that me and Sam are offering courses to, for stuff in math and science, so things you might find in school. But we're also offering things like programming, so I'm offering C++. Also, if you want to learn Roblox coding, I'm working on learning that, if you want to learn that. So that's in Lua. So, yeah, there are different coding things you can get into, and different, like, computer stuff, like things you might learn in grade 9 computers or something like that. which is basic Google stuff. So sign up for a private session if you want help with any of that stuff. Either me or Sam will help you out. And yeah, there will be a charge, but let me know in the Discord or in the YouTube comments section. So yeah, definitely join the Discord for my channel. You can chat with other people who watch me and Sam do our videos, and you can chat with each other about different math problems, about things about science, you know, whatever you want to chat about. There's different channels set up for everything you could really need. It's great. Great place to get to know the community around We Speak STEM. Also, come check out my Mixer. That's where We Speak STEM will be doing live streams. So if you don't want to pay for a private session, in a more public environment, you can come in the chat and be like, hey, can you help me with this? And I can help you right there. The reason I like Mixer is because there's a really low latency, so I can almost have an actual conversation with you guys, which is great. But if you don't want to get Mixer, I will also be restreaming everything to YouTube. You can come to YouTube and chat, and I will also read it and help you out. Also, guys, don't forget to comment down below. Leave a like on the video if you want to, and hit that subscribe button. Just like mash it for more We Speak STEM videos that we're uploading. And you can be notified every time we upload one or we go live on YouTube. So thank you guys for watching this video so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye.